Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Kara from Goddess to Goodness. I'm jumping on today because there are like some energies in the air, but like I feel like there's like a lot of, I was guided to share this because I feel like there's a lot of like healing going on just for people in general. Not just for twin flames, but people in general. It's like everybody's entering like a new cycle of, you know, like of what they know they deserve, or they're realizing more what they deserve in life and like who they really are. And then if you're on like the divine divine partnership journey, this is like an integral part of the journey. And I heard somebody speak of something earlier which really like struck me, and the way they explained it was like unconditional love. Like, you know, what this journey in particular teaches us is it teaches us unconditional love for the other person, but for ourselves. And the interesting thing about this is that when we find it for ourselves, we're able to, I think what it is like we realize it for the other person first, and then it like kind of like seeps over and like it like infiltrates us actually. And the beautiful part about that is when you are unconditionally loving, yes, to the other person, but also to yourself, you begin to operate in life from a place of a place of acceptance and understanding and compassion, as opposed to like fear, resentment, shame, guilt. And when you can operate and your thinking comes from a place of like understanding, acceptance, and compassion, you can literally really then look at your counterpart, and not just your counterpart, but other people, but especially your counterpart, because if you're in separation with that person, or even if you're together with that person, the point still to the same, is that you can operate in a place of compassion and love and light. And it's not that you just accept everything because you're just like, oh, I'm so happy, I unconditionally love everybody. That's not what I'm saying. What this is that when you operate from a place of compassion and unconditional love, you understand that a lot of the things that we do and accept and go through in our lives sometimes comes from a place of like not comes from a place of us not like loving ourselves. And the thing is like loving yourself, that alone is like a divine concept. Okay, that is because you are unconditionally loved. Like when you speak of divine energy, that right there is just unconditional love. Because of the humanness, because of the divinity, because of the everything. Unconditional love has no conditions. Hi, welcome. There are no conditions. Okay, unconditional love is, okay, the best example I can give you is I had you know, a moment. And it was a beautiful moment between my counterpart and myself last month. And when I say a moment, it was, it was a day. But for that one day, it was like we just enjoyed each other. Like just the presence and the energy of each other. That's really like what it was. It was like that feeling of home. And, after that, I was like super friggin' pumped and like whatever. And I probably like pushed it and overdid it. But I had been like, I like had texted him, like was texting him and whatever. And his response was like, please stop texting me. And the thing is that a place of unconditional love is like respecting that and understanding that no matter what, like literally my love didn't change. And I wasn't even like okay, so yeah, like my human side, my ego was like disappointed because literally like this person is like my favorite person in like the whole universe. Like my soul sparkles even when I think of him. And even in moments like that, like my soul still sparkles when I think of him. And but like if that is what you need, I absolutely 100% like understand. You know what I mean? And even though it's hard in our ego mind and in our pride, the healing comes in when your pride and your ego don't overtake the other part. That's the thing about healing from within. Okay? It's like, yeah, you can be like, okay, like logically, yes, like I'm disappointed because like there's nobody I'd rather spend time or energy with than this person. And so, like, yeah, like in my 3D world, yeah, I was like disappointed. But the thing is like, in my soul, like, that love is just still like, it didn't waver, not even for 1 second. Like, it just was like, I understand, like, I accept that in you. Like, and that's the other thing about this is like, on this divine counterpart or partnership journey, is that like you begin to realize that you two are individuals coming together, but in order to be together you have to be whole and complete individuals on your own. Okay, like I remember like last year, had that happened, I would have like internalized that and like whatever, and like turned it into, even like 6 months ago, I would have like internalized it and been like, that would have turned into like self-worth issues and like whatever. But that's operating from a place that is unhealed. Okay, because if you're healed, you are complete. Like, and you unconditionally love yourself and you unconditionally love that other person, so it's like you don't require like the validation, okay, in order to feel whole. um and so it just was like, and I was even like surprised, I'm like, wow, I'm like, that was really cool to be able to not have that ego driven, to not operate from that ego driven place of like your pride and your hurt and like that unhealed. I was just like, okay, like I completely understand, like like where, and I just said, I was like, I still like will unconditionally love you like forever. Like it just has not changed. It will not change. I will always feel this way no matter what. And like I was thinking about it the other day and I'm like, I'm literally just so grateful for this person. Like I'm grateful for who I've become because of them. I'm grateful for who they are, just period. Like I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to like spend that one day. I am so grateful that like I had the opportunity to like know what it feels like to feel that way about somebody, and to like have that feeling of somebody that is like just, I don't know. I can't say that like it's not that they complete my soul or something like that. It's, my soul's already complete, but it's like it literally feels like divine love. Like, it just is like, I can't even articulate it in words. It is the most beautiful feeling ever. And like that feeling right there, just literally, like, I like sparkle when I think about it. Like, I sparkle. It just, and I like sparkle from like the inside. And I mean, yeah, there's like passion there and everything like that, of course. Like, I mean, all the earthly stuff is out of this world. But the thing is that like this like sparkles like my soul. I just can't even explain it. It's like a place of just effervescence and buoyancy and just, I don't know. I guess like I could say like that if I had to imagine that's like what heaven would feel like. I don't know. Like, this person literally creates the fact that that I'm lucky enough to like know this feeling, and it comes from like within. Like, even though like we're not talking or whatever, we don't see each other, the feeling never goes away. Like, it just never goes away, and it's just the most beautiful feeling. I can't even explain it. So I popped on today because I think that's what's happening now for both counterparts, is like everybody, like both sides. And again, guys, this is not gender specific, so take it how it resonates. It's just energy. But I just really feel like both counterparts are coming from a place of like really feeling, being able to feel that from within. And it's like a closeness to, like, I don't know, it's like seeing like the most beautiful like starry night or the most beautiful sunset and just having that feeling like in your heart. But it's like you feel like that, and your counterpart is like kind of what like ignited the process in you. Or if the process was like already ignited, like a spiritual awakening, this person like supercharged it or something like that. And but that was the point of this person. Like, this person was to align you with that feeling of like the ultimate beauty, like divinity. Like, like it's like something like so majestic and just so beautiful. Okay. And that was like the point of this person, was for you both to like ignite this process so you can find it in each other to become equal and whole beings individually. And then if you're lucky and it just happens and it's supposed to be, you might reunite in the physical world. You might work together, you might whatever. And like, as humans, we're stuck in this 3D thing. Like, I have to like be in a relationship with that person. I know, and it feels that way, like, and it does. And like, don't get me wrong, like, it's not like I'm above that, you know what I mean? Like, there's times I'm like, because really, like I said, like, it's just, there's something about this person. It's just like, I don't know, like, we could literally just like be in the same room, and like it's just that presence. Like, it's the feeling of being home. But this person, he helped me find that feeling within myself. So I don't like require, I don't feel like I'm lost when he's not around, you know? And so for that, like, I'm eternally grateful. Like, and I just think it's like, it's it's a feeling of gratefulness and like peace within yourself. And I feel like both counterparts are coming to a place in this where they're like understanding that this is the journey. It's like finding the home and the peace within yourself. And then in like the best case scenario, you guys can like build a life together, but only after that happens. And so what makes this different from like a regular like just dating relationship is that in a regular just dating relationship, like there isn't that oneness, that feeling of like oneness and like unity and like purity and like whatever. And I'm not saying that like regular relationships cannot be that. I'm not saying that at all. But this journey in specific, like, this is the main component of it. All right. And if you like are in a place where like, you know, you're on this journey and you're not at that place yet, it comes. Okay. It comes with the more healing you both do, the more healing you do, the more work you put into it. And change is fucking hard. So there were times like I fought things that like the universe is trying to tell me or trying to show me. And I literally like fought it. And like we live in that 3D construct of our mind, and it's very hard to come to the place where like, and it's like this isn't something that can be forced either. That's the other thing is like, Jesus, if you have the choice, you'd want to just like, you know, go from A to Z, because the stuff in between is the work. The feelings in between are the worst. All the tower moments where like something you thought was a certain way, like crash and burn and like whatever. And like, but that's part of it. It's like, it's almost like the divine or the universe, your highest self, almost like knocks you down and like obliterates these things within you. And like these things within you are like outdated paradigms and outdated programming and outdated, you know, ways of thinking and operating, because it doesn't align with that like highest purpose. Okay. Like, and the highest purpose is the unconditional love of self, unconditional love of the universe, and the unconditional love of that other person, which then translates into that unconditional love just for like everything. And that right there raises the vibration and the frequency of like everyone you're around, because it's not that you go off like preaching or whatever, but it's like you have a way of being able to, again, not force things, but you have a way of being able to, if it comes up, you know, somebody might say something to you and then you give advice, and like it's like what you said is like from such a place of like love and like a high vibration that like that may help to bring that person closer to that frequency. And then they do that for someone else, and then they do that for somebody else, and see how like it ripples out. And like that's part of this journey is like that's essentially our job. Whether you know it or not, it's to like help bring everybody closer to that state of like that highest love. Okay, like that highest version of love. It's not driven from this place of like the three-dimensional world, right? Okay. And it's just like full of light. And like I said, light attracts light. Okay. So I don't normally do these, but I'm gonna do one today. I'm like, I just feel like I'm supposed to I'm gonna pull for the pull for the masculine energy, and then pull for the feminine energy. And again, like this is a wheel of like the karmic wheel turning, and this is a new cycle. That's why I just feel like, because the things and the lessons that you go through in life, that's karma. Some people stay asleep essentially, or like unconscious, and like keep repeating those same patterns because they're never awakened to the fact that there is like a literal connection between, or like a correlation between like, oh wow, like this whatever, I'm going through the similar situation all over again, only this time it's like worse. And like they just operate in the same programming. I did forever. Like, so like I absolutely did that forever. But this journey, specifically this journey, just like I said, like turbocharges the whole thing, and it just goes very fast. And that's why it can be like very disorienting. It could be, there's times when like you release emotional wounds that like you didn't even freaking know you had. And yada yada yada. I can get into this. Oh god, I've been talking for 20 minutes. Let me get into this reading. Okay, guys. So I call in my spirit team, my spirit guides, my archangels, my fairy guides, my ascended masters, and did I say Daku, Misha, and Harem? My animal spirit my animal spirits on the other side. And I'm just going to go ahead and sage a little. And I'm sorry I talked for 20 minutes, guys, but it was like a message that really had to get out. And again, if you guys are in the place, you know, whoever's watching, and you're in a place where it's like, you know, you feel like you're like, oh, it's my soulmate, or I feel like I'm on this journey, but yet you're like, well, what the fuck is wrong with the other person? Or why won't they do this? Or why won't they do that? You either need more, there are more things in you that need to be healed. And remember, this is a constant process that goes for your whole life. Okay. The healing part is what I'm saying. Because you can, the point is to like be healed enough to a point to not, it's not like you're going to be like perfect, but it's like for your soul to go back to like that essence, that pure essence that it was born with. And if you like watch my videos, I talk about this all the time. It's like to get you back to that true, align you with that true like divine essence. Okay. Before all the hurt and the programming and the 3D way of thinking. Okay. So you either need more, there's more healing and more work for you to do, or, and you'll get there, just remember you'll get there. Okay. Or there could be the case where you might not be on this journey. You might have thought you were on this journey with a certain person, and it could be a karmic cycle that you're in. If you are like, you know, more in that like, well, fuck that person, blah 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 blah, like this and that. So that right there is telling you that there are things that like maybe need to be changed. Okay. And you don't have to be on this journey either to reach that point. It's just that it's, this journey just like supercharges that process. Okay, so which deck do I want to use here? Okay. Really? Okay, so I guess I'm not going to use that one right now. They're telling me Bowie. This deck is really freaking cool. And then we're going to use the cards from Sedona, Arizona, and the animal guide. These cards are really difficult to shuffle. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. All right, so I'm going to pull first for the masculine energy here. So, and so I don't know, the way my readings kind of work, guys, is like I don't really ask specific questions anymore. I just like pull cards, and it's like whatever messages have to come out, do. So, all right. Okay, so for divine masculine, please. Okay. Oh, okay. So what I have right here is like, okay. So what I have right here is I have the Prince of Pentacles in reverse. The Prince of Pentacles is like the slowest knight, okay? And in this card right here, the representation is like the horse is actually like, he's like roots on his feet, and he's like, the Prince of Pentacles actually like kind of represents like making an offer, but it's like a very slow offer. It's like very slow to do so. But here we have the Princess of Pentacles. Okay, so that's a page, and that represents like a new beginning, but like having learned a lot. It's like almost like everything that you learned and like the way your mind has been expanded. So this is for divine masculine. So it's like all the things that he's learned. Yeah. All the things that he's learned and everything like that are kind of like being birthed into like the 3D world. Okay. So everything he's been learning on the way, and it's like, I don't know if you guys can see it here, but there is like a here, I'll show you. Okay. So she's pregnant, but and gender doesn't matter in the card either. It's energy. But she's pregnant, so like there's something ready to be birthed. But like down here you see like a little seedling like started from these seeds, and then but back here it's like this gigantic beanstalk that like literally goes up through this portal. Okay, and to me, and it's like sunny up here. See how it's like kind of like misty and like misty and like dark down here. But the other thing is that it's like the mist is clearing. These trees right here are bare, but the one directly behind her has leaves on it, and it's like, you know, like growing. Okay. So this is a card of like learning and like putting all the things that you've learned like into practice. Okay, divine masculine. Also with this beanstalk going up to this like portal right here. First of all, this color is like the crown chakra is opening up. And when I say the crown chakra, what that means in the physical is like connecting with like spirituality and like connecting like the things you learned spiritually, and like I said, like doing all that work and stuff like that. So like all that healing, okay, because that comes from literally, that's how we connect to the universe and to the divine, is like through our crown chakra. Okay. But I feel like there is this definite sense of this, it's like the crown chakra is opened up, and all this like learning and information and like all like everything that's been learned spiritually and in the physical world, all right, is like literally like divine masculine is like realizing that there's like a connection between the two. Like it's not just this physical world is what I'm getting here. Like divine masculine is really like understanding that there's like a bigger, like a higher purpose. That his life isn't supposed to just be like this, like in the material things, like, you know, money, house, cars, you know, like what things look like on paper. He's realizing that like it's like a whole, it's like a whole new world. Okay, it's like what I'm hearing, like not to be like quote the Disney movie Aladdin, but like it's a whole new world. Yeah, and then okay, so also I want to point this out is like there's a ruby slipper here, and then there's one back here. So in the movie The Wizard of Oz, she clicks her heels together and she says like there's no place like home. Um like I just feel like because they're not on her feet, it's like this divine masculine is like literally like he already like knows where home is. He already knows how to get home. He already knows how to get home. Okay? So I feel like instead of this place of being like just like stagnant and almost like waiting, okay, like for things to happen, I feel like like the masculine now actually like knows like where home is and like actually how to get there. Okay. Also for divine masculine, the hangman here. Um this can represent like a change in like again, like change in like the way you view like spirituality, or like just a change in perception of things. Um this can also be like looking at things with a different perspective. Okay, and this isn't like the hermit card is like where you go within and like you remove yourself to like find answers within to like go do healing and stuff like that. This card, I forgot to put coconut oil on my face, it's itchy. This card right here is almost like the universe kind of like, okay, like a guy walking through the forest, and it's like he steps into a like a rope, and it zoop, like pulls him up off the path for a second. Okay, it was almost like a period of like, it's like a place of like reflection. Okay, and like I said, like looking at things in like a brand new way. Also, and yeah, like oh yeah, oh wow, I love this. Okay, so like you can see this guy here is like it's like the lightning that did it. So I feel like this was something that happened like rather quickly, like zoop, like kind of stopped divine masculine in his tracks for a second. And then like you could see here that there's like money and coins like flying out of his, like, you know, like flying in front of him. We have the sun down here, right? And then on his neck there's an ankh, which like represents like spirituality. But up here, and I didn't notice it until I was showing the card, there is like this eclipsed sun right here. So it's almost like this divine masculine like was like walking through, things were kind of like looking like gray or like not illuminated. Okay, so like the answers or something like weren't clear. And like I said, in this card here, it's like this mist is starting to clear. All right. So divine masculine is literally like in this moment where he's like been like he's oops, he's looking at things from like an alternate point of view, and it's almost like he could see like the sun and the stars, like I said, like that connection to spirituality, and he's looking at things like in a way where, wow, there's more to life than just like what I could touch and see and taste, and like there's more going on here. And I like did a reading yesterday, and I talked about that yesterday. It's like the same kind of energy. I took the reading down actually because for some reason my computer like garbled it and stuff. And so I don't know, it like wasn't playing back right. So I actually I downloaded it, but I deleted it from YouTube. But anyways, so if you're wondering where that reading went, but anyways, it just is, yeah, it's like the divine masculine is being, and I noticed the weight right here coming from his spirituality or in that crown chakra energy that I was telling you about. It's like he's being like stabilized in that energy, right? And it's like he literally was like, the universe was like, whoop, and like, so he would like look at it because they want him to see like when you're, before he was just kind of like going along his way, everything was like dark and like gray and just like monotony is what I'm getting, is like, like, okay, 9 to 5, go to work, pay bills, go home, like, and like that's that. But it's like with this new perspective, he's realizing that like, wow, like there literally is like something so much bigger. And like, this is where the light is. Like I said, light attracts light. This is where the light is. And then again, we have the Two of Cups. So this is like a soulmate relationship. Maybe that his perception, maybe he's realizing what this Two of Cups, this soulmate connection, okay? Because like I said, it's this journey. That person awakens that or supercharges it in you. All right, but it's like realizing that like this other person awakened this in him. And it's like you see this brick wall here, and this is called a caduceus, I think. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Anyways, you'll like recognize it from like a hospital, or like it's like this, it's the alchemical sign of healing. So it's like Archangel Raphael's symbol. It's caduceus. Anyways, it's two snakes and the rod in between, okay, which is a symbol. And then at the top, there's an ankh here as well. Okay, I don't know if you guys could see it. But again, it's like spiritually healing. Okay, and it's like he is recognizing that this other person, his soulmate, his twin flame, his divine feminine, okay, he's realizing, and again, it's not gender specific, guys. It's just energy. So it's where you resonate in. But divine masculine is realizing that his divine feminine is the one who like knocked the hole through this brick wall he had built up. And he's like he's being like spiritually healed from within. Okay. And it's like she was like the catalyst for it. Okay. Just like he was for her. But the feminine energy tends to go first. And then it's like she literally he's realizing that because of her, it was like he saw that loose brick and like poked at it, and then like all the other bricks around that started, it's like that wall that he built up over life from just old programming, outdated programming, karma, all kinds of things. And like the divine feminine, if you're in like a specific wave of this journey, like a specific stage, it's literally that like she's already like in a place where, again, she's recognizing the unconditional love in her counterpart for herself and that kind of thing. But it's like, because of her, this wall that's been graffitied on and painted on and like repaired 1,000 times and like gotten thicker and heavier as the years have gone on, she's like helping him to break through that wall in order to like become healed from within, so he can heal within himself. But it's like about like a spirit, like a divine healing, because that's why these two are divine counterparts, because it's supposed to be that that yin and that yang energy coming together, but it's like two whole and complete pieces, right? And two whole and complete parts that come together to form the balance of masculine and feminine and make that yin and yang symbol, right? And you could see here, like, they're fit together here like puzzle pieces, you know, like they're, you know, she has her legs over his and like whatever, but they are like literally counterparts here, right? And they, both of their cups are full. That's why they are able to come together. Okay. And this is where the two snakes come together. And this is also a representative of like Kundalini energy. And again, that is like within us, our Kundalini energy is something that like literally raises us from like this 3D world, right? And like raises us to the spiritual through our crown chakra. It starts at the root and the base, right? And then it goes up like through our spine and through our crown chakra. And that's like literally what forms that like tie and that connection to like the divine source. Okay. And however you identify with the divine source, I say the stars and the cosmos. If you say God, Jesus, like whatever, Buddha, Yahweh, you know, Abraham, however you identify that, okay? And that is just for you, but it's like you're literally unifying with like your true essence, and your true essence is the part of you that is like the divine. It is the cosmos. It is that divine love, okay? And so again, it's like he's seeing this about his counterpart, okay? He's seeing this about his feminine, all right? And okay, so Spirit, let's see. So this is what's happening right now for divine masculine. Well, and when I say like right now, it's like it's either happened just recently, or it is happening right now, or it's like literally right around the corner, because that's just how energy works. So these, oh, 3 cards. Yes, we want these 3 cards. Okay. Yeah, wow. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so divine masculine right now is coming from a place where he either recently was in a place or maybe going through it right now, but like where he's feeling like excuse me where he's feeling like there's something lacking in the physical world, right? Or coming from a place where like maybe he did feel like there wasn't something, like he was missing something in the physical world, right? Like feeling like he didn't have something, or like lack, like, you know, and a lot of that could be like physically being without something. So it could have been like, you know, house, cars, money, the right person in your life, you know, like however that like translates, the right job, whatever. But we're coming into this energy for divine masculine where it's a brand new beginning in the physical world. So things are coming together for you, masculine, if you are watching. Okay, yeah, like things are going to be rooted down for you. And it's like all the things that make you feel secure in the physical world, you're having like a rebirth in this. Okay, it's like a brand new beginning, and like things are going to, and this is usually like a blessing. Okay, this can also be like maybe a baby on the way or something like that. It's how it resonates for you. But yeah, this is like a yeah, this is really cool. So again, it's like divine masculine has like learned all these things, has gone through, he had to go through this feeling of being without. Okay. And like if you look, this couple is sitting here and they're like begging. Okay. And there's this like wrought iron gate, which they can totally see through. And here's like this, all this beauty. So it's like, they're like, well, why can't I have all that? Like I want all this, but here I am, and I'm like begging for scraps, or like I'm getting scraps or whatever. So it's like divine masculine is coming out of that energy. Divine masculine is like going to have this very abundant period like coming through. And again, that is like I said, like that karmic wheel, that wheel of fortune, okay, or like that karmic cycle I was talking about. The new beginning is part of that karmic cycle. He's literally like putting down roots, okay? And it's like this is like coin, like that coin is coming, like that manifestation of the things he always wanted are coming in the physical. So that's like home, marriage, job, stability, foundation. It's like that, all that stuff he was feeling like he didn't have. This is now coming in for divine masculine. And like I said, it's like either just happened, happening, or like right around the corner, like on the verge, right? Okay. And again, we have the Ace of Wands. So this can mean a couple of things. The Ace of Wands is like a new beginning in like the spiritual for divine masculine, like looking at things like in a whole new way. But this is also like he may be like starting a new business, like taking like, like whatever, maybe he's had a plan of action recently, and this is like divine masculine, like actually like taking action on the plan. Okay, like this is like the creation energy, it's the fire energy. This is also passion. So if this is like towards like his divine feminine or counterpart, this can be like, well, it's representative of the passion a masculine would have for his divine feminine counterpart. Okay, like a physical representation of the passion, if you know what I mean. Okay, but and like feeling like not just passionate about her that way, but it's like passionate about like this life, this, and this, it's like this brand new perspective, this brand new beginning. And it's like that feeling that I was talking about in the beginning of like how like your soul just sparkles. It's like that, okay? But it's like that, and like I said, like all the physical too, okay? So it could be like divine masculine was like feeling like he like maybe missed out on an opportunity, or like, oh man, like over there that would have been so much better. Like here I am, and like I'm like, why me begging for scraps? Like I feel like I'm without. But now it's like this brand new beginning in the physical, in this very much could be like with divine feminine. Actually, I'm just going to clarify, just so we're like super clear, which deck. Okay. And so, all right, so spirit, all right, tell me about the okay, for divine masculine, tell me about the Five of Pentacles here. Okay, and for some reason I'm getting the message like it was like the Five of Pentacles feeling like he was without, and it could be like feeling like without like that real love. Like where is that real love? Like where is that love? Where is that like that soul sparkle feeling? Like I miss the soul sparkle feeling. Okay, so and it can resonate like however it does, but it's like not having it in the physical. So like where is it? Okay, so spirit, clarify the Five of Pentacles for divine masculine. Yeah, wow. Okay, it's like divine masculine was like, where's my sun? Like where's the sun gone? Like, because when he's around the counterpart, his divine feminine, it feels like the sun. It feels like the sun. It's that warm, blessed, comforting, loving, just all the good things feeling, right? It's that soul sparkle feeling. Okay. He feels confident when he's around her. He feels abundant when he's with her. He just feels, and it's like, where is that? Okay. And also there was like justice at play there. Like the scales were balancing. Okay. So it's like the scales had to balance, where the divine masculine had to, where it's like this is very disproportionate, right? Like these people are right here begging, and then right on the other side of this gate is like all these coins and all this beautiful stuff, right? And like this lush green, fantastic, beautiful whatever, and here they are, and they're like have bones and like apple rinds and and like trash cans, like begging for it, and here's this beautiful stuff right on the other side, right? So it was just like the karmic justice had to play out. And again, this karmic justice can be things we carry from like past lives. It can be things that like we carry from like that we're clearing and healing for our ancestors or for our family line or like whatever. And this isn't like like something like you did you did and you're getting paid back for it. Although I mean it could be, it's however it resonates for you, but it's really more of like a spiritual like scale balance. Okay, it's like you're like the karmic debt that you were born into this lifetime with, meaning like the lessons that you didn't, that you still had to learn, divine masculine is like in the process of like learning them, okay? And when we're in that karmic cycle, it can feel like this. It can feel like, what the F? Like everything is just going wrong. Like where's my jungle and my abundance and my, like, where is it for me? Okay. So Five of Pentacles, divine masculine was definitely going through that type of energy, right? And then again, like, it's like either the tower moment just happened, or it like is happening right now, or it's like right around the corner. But the point is like, it's going like this structure, the masculine's rebuilding his structure, his like spiritual structure, because I feel like the tower moment already happened, because here he is having that point of that perception change, where he was just like going through life feeling like, okay, like everything's gray, right? There's no sun here. There's no sun. Or not recognizing that the divine feminine was the sun, right? Okay. So it's like he definitely, like, in this energy, like when he was this way, right? It's almost like he was like concentrating like on all of this stuff, like the coins and the, like, and like, this is like what's in front of my face right now, and like, like I got to do this and I got to do that, and everything's like very dark and everything's gray, and then all of a sudden the lightning struck, and divine masculine was like, holy crap, like the coin and all this crap, this isn't the important stuff. And he's recognizing that, like, this connection with the spiritual, and that his spiritual connection with this person, that's where he sees the sun. That's where his soul starts to sparkle. And he realizes that, like, he realizes that this other person, this divine feminine, is what makes his soul sparkle, and is like what is making him feel healed from the inside to the outside. Okay. So yeah, so I just wanted to clarify, and I'm actually just going to clarify the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, and then I'm going to move on to the feminine. Okay. So Ace of Pentacles for divine masculine, please. All of these, they're like, yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. The Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So the Ace of Pentacles for divine masculine is being with that person who gives him that 10 of Pentacles feeling, right? Because it's like he might be at a 9 of Pentacles right now, where he's like, all right, like, and actually this card comes up. So it's like he might be at like the 8 of Pentacles, where he's working to get to that 9 of Pentacles. And that's usually significant of somebody who's single, right? Like single and abundant. So he's like working to get to that 9 of Pentacles, right? But what he wants is the 10 of Pentacles, because once he's at the 9 of Pentacles, single and abundant, like in his physical foundations, right? It's that feminine, that divine feminine, who has that last pentacle. She's the one who carries this last coin, okay? And this is the happy family card. He realizes that she is the one who that happy family exists with. He might have thought it was like in other places and been like working very hard to like make that happen, but like it hasn't. Okay. And that's again what he's realizing now. He's like in this hangman energy and realizing like, holy shit, like she's the one who is the pinnacle that I'm looking for. She's the one. She's been the one all along. Oh my gosh. And that's like another Wizard of Oz quote, isn't it? Like something like you had it all along, or something like that is like the quote I'm getting. So he's realizing like, holy shit, she's been the one the whole time. Like I've been out there looking for this pinnacle from all these other people, or all these other places, or all these other things. What I'm realizing that she's the one with that last pinnacle. Like she's the one where that happy family lies. Like she's the thing that I've always been. And it's like the sun is like shining on the fact, like that coin is like for the masculine, it's finally starting to like glisten. And he's like, there's the coin. Oh my gosh, like you've been here the whole time. And it's like the masculine is kind of coming into that realization. Okay. So now that he's come to the realization and been like working so hard, okay, it's now he wants to manifest it and like bring it to life. Like literally, like he's ready for that magic to happen and to take like he's like going to manifest this. Like, I'm going to go get that last coin. Like, she's going to be that Ace of Pentacles. She has that last coin. All right. And judgment is, again, he made the decision. Like, I'm going to get that coin. I'm going to get her. Okay. She's it. Now that I see she's it and she's been here the whole time, like, holy shit, I'm making this happen. And judgment can also be like a reconciliation. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like making the decision. The decision is made. She's it. She's the sun. Okay. She's where my sun is. I'm no longer want to be down here. Right. Like, struggling and swimming against the current. And it's like divine masculine, he's been on this journey, or you've been on this journey, whoever's watching this, and it's like you've been like swimming against the current, and that could be like not doing the healing, not doing the work. When the tower moments happened, you just kept operating in the same software. Well, divine masculine has been going through this process, okay? And it's like the more he's gone through this process, all right, the more he's like gotten away from this karma, okay? And like, he's like, okay, I like, things have to change. I have to change. I have to do things differently. And he's realizing, wow, the more that like I accept and go with the flow of these like lessons, right? These karmic lessons. And the more I do the healing and I do the work and I like go with the flow of this, like the closer he's gotten to the sun, right? And the closer he's gotten to the sun, he's realizing like who is that sun, okay? He's finding the sun within himself, like you see it right here, but he's also realizing that like she is also like the other part of that. She's also the sun, and together it's like they light up the world. Like, they light each other up, they light up the world. Okay, so and just very quick, I'm gonna clarify the Ace of Wands, and then, like I said, go on to divine feminine. So spirit, tell me about the Ace of Wands here. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm telling you, divine masculine. So either divine masculine, like I said about that Nine of Pentacles, I called it. Like, I literally just channeled that, okay? So it's either that, like I said, he was working hard to get to this Nine of Pentacles, like single and abundant, like single and like, okay, like I'm good, but I want that last pentacle and I want that 10 of Pentacles, and she is the last pentacle. She is that 10th pentacle for that family. That's where my happy family is. All right, so divine masculine is either just gotten at this point, he's working hard to get to this point, or it's like literally, it's like right around the corner. You know what I mean? But like divine masculine, like I said, he's made the decision. He's like, I'm like single and abundant, so I can go to her and offer her my 9 pentacles, and she is that last pentacle, which we make 10 pentacles, and then I just saw this as I like was Princess of Cups. This is either like an apology or like it's like understanding that like this is all about love, okay? It's like something very heartfelt, okay? And it's like a brand new beginning, right? It's like seeing that person with that like brand new like way of like looking at them, like, oh my God. And then in the bottom of the deck, yeah, there's the Prince of Cups. So this is about making an offer of love, okay? This is about like look at like, you know, hey, like I see her as my brand new beginning. It's also like you know, this could be like inner child healing as well, but it's like because we're talking about what we're talking about, this is more of like a message like, hey, can we talk? Like, I really have something to say to you, you know. And it's like something very, very from the heart, like very, very pure and very from the heart, okay? So divine masculine wants to give that it's like a message of like something pure and from the heart, okay? Very heartfelt. All right. And it's like, I want to give you an apology. Like, so like it's I want to offer you an apology. I want to offer you my cup of love. I want to offer you you know, like a fresh start. Like, we start over. Like, I realize now that you're the sun. I realize that you're that last pentacle. Okay. And it's really sweet when it comes up for like the Ace of Wands, because it's like divine masculine really just wants, like, he's in the position, or getting to be where he's in the position to be able to come in and give that to divine masculine. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So the moon speaks of things that are like in intuition, or like things that are unseen. So again, divine feminine, you might not know this about your divine masculine, but like he's like working hard, okay, and he's like working hard to make this happen. So even though you might not have seen or spoken to him or something like that, it's like this is going on behind the scenes. This is also the divine, or like ancestors and things and your higher self are like helping behind the scenes. Like, so it's like unseen, like you don't know. This can also speak of like intuition. So maybe like, you know, divine masculine is like trying to use like more of his like intuition and like be like, wow, even though like I haven't spoken to divine feminine, I don't know if she's gonna want to talk to me or whatever. It's like literally like using intuition and like signs. Maybe he might be seeing like signs and things like that, like that are like literally like pushing him to like take the plunge and just go for it, okay? Because he recognizes that you guys are the lovers, you guys are the divine partnership, you guys are that divine divine couple. Like you guys are the parts that balance each other out, okay? It's the earth and the sky, it's the sun and the stars, okay? So that's very like or I'm sorry, you know, and this is even the feminine energy, like whereas the sun, this is masculine, these are divine counterparts, the sun and the moon. He's realizing like I'm the sun and she's my moon. Like she is my equal and opposite balance. Like it's her. Okay. Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay. And yeah, just lastly on the bottom of the card, this Four of Wands, this is like the twin flame card, or like a card of like marriage and stability, but it's like also like it's like strong foundations, but it's like not just strong foundations with each other, it's a strong foundation with yourself, but because it's the wands, which is fire, it's the strong foundation between like the divine in you, okay? But because there's two of you, so then it's like the two pillars, like this is like the earthly, this is the spiritual, and that's for the one counterpart, earthly, spiritual, and then the other counterpart, and then there's like that divine sun, okay? Like the rays of the sun being shined down and like everything's illuminated. And here, I love how the Ankh show up again in this deck, totally different deck. I love that. Okay, but you have like the divine pouring down the blessings, right? Because like that's what the universe wanted, is like you guys were set up for this as souls before you were born. The two of you, this is like written in the stars, like, and divine masculine is like seeing that, okay, that it's like written in the stars. Okay, so let me just, I'm gonna go on to divine feminine. I've already been on here for an hour. Sorry guys, I know this is long. I didn't think this was gonna be long. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me go and we'll see where divine feminine is at. Okay, that was beautiful energy though for the masculine. Oh, I love that, so pretty. Okay. Okay, so spirit, what am I doing for feminine? Okay, the good tarot. Okay. Oh, okay, yay, I get to use mine. Yay. Are we using good tarot? Yeah, okay. So divine feminine. Okay, so they're just gonna, again, I don't really ask questions. They just tell me like what needs to be said. But it's so beautiful to see like the healing energy involved in divine masculine's reading. Like, it's beautiful. I love it. Oh. And again, if you guys aren't resonating with this, you might not be at this point yet, okay, but it's coming. And if you just completely don't resonate with it, it might not be your message. It might not be that person. Like you might not be on the journey with a certain person. You know what I mean? And like you know, it. I'll tell you, in my life, like there was a person that I thought like may have been, you know what I mean? But like when you meet the person, like, you know, it's the person. Like, and you might be unsure, but you will, like, you will know. Like, you will just know it's the person. Okay. So for Divine Feminine, wow, Page of Earth comes up again. And that came up as the second card for Divine Masculine. Holy shit. So they're on the same page. All right. All right. So again, this is like, feminine is like brand new beginnings. She's like, all right, I'm ready to go. She's like, look, I have this like brand new, expansive, beautiful journey, like, you know, like out there. Okay. And it's almost like she's saying to like Divine Feminine, like, come on, come with me. Like, look how pretty it is out there. Let's go. Like, let's go together, because she's learned so much. And she's like, I'm ready. Like, come with me. And like, there's this beautiful path of like these yellow flowers right here, right? And she's like, actually, like looking like, wow, look at that beautiful mountain and how, like, all the beautiful things out there. Like, let's go. Come with me. Okay. It's a brand new beginning. She's like, let's go. Like, I have the tools now. I have the tools that I need. Like, let's go. And it's like, she's come from this place where like, yeah, things are like illuminated, like, you know, have been like, are like illuminated. She's learned so much about herself, but she's like, look how much brighter and how much more beautiful it is out there. Like, let's go together. Come on. She's like on her way. All right. Again, she got justice too, because the scales are balancing, and it's the 11 card. That's like not an accident, but it's like the two counterparts are becoming balanced. So therefore, it's not like one counterpart's like this and the other one's like this. It's like they're becoming equal and opposite. So they calibrate each other. So they balance each other, right? And this is beautiful. So Divine Feminine is also going through this energy like of like the karmic scales being balanced, right? Like, she's also paid her debt. She's paid into her debt, her karmic debt, learned her karmic lessons. All right. And she's like, come on, let's go. Like, I'm ready. Like, let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Like, we can do it now. Like, we can do it. And she's like, I see the truth. Like, you know, like, I know the truth. And like, she's like very patiently like waiting. And right here, the scale isn't completely balanced, but she like knows the truth, and she's just very patiently like, all right, here's the moon. She's like, I'm ready for my son, because I know he's coming. Like, I know. Like, I know. Like, I just know. And she's like, this will balance soon. And as soon as these two sides become equally balanced, she knows. She's like, come on, let's go. I'm ready. Okay. And here for her, we have the Four of Water. All right. Which is like the Four of Water. She's realizing her gift. Like, she's realizing like her gift from the divine. She's realizing that this whole thing, like the journey she had to go on by herself. All right. She knew that she didn't know it at the time. She sees now though. She's like, it was a gift. And that's why she's like right here waiting. And she's like, come on, Divine Masculine. Like, I'm ready for you. Let's go. And it's a very beautiful, it's a very beautiful energy, because she sees the gift in this. She's like, I know the journey was hard, and I know it's rough, and I know it's whatever, but she's like, I see the beauty now. I see the beauty of having to gone through that journey. Like, I see it. And I know why I had to do it, but she's like, I did all that hard work, and I have the tools now. Like, I'm ready. Come on. Let's go, Divine Masculine. Let's go. It's beautiful. Okay, what else for Divine Feminine, please? Because it was part of Divine Feminine's, like, she's going through that karmic cycle, but part of the karma was like having to get all the tools in order for her to be like, not like, I need you to come with me. If you don't come with me, we're not. No, she's like, I unconditionally love you. It's okay. Like, I'm waiting. Like, I know the truth, and I'm just waiting for the scale to balance. I'm here. I'm patient. I'm good. She's like, I know my sun is coming. See, I can see it shining off my sword of truth right here. So the moon is just patiently waiting. She knows. Her intuition, she knows. She knows. What else for Divine Feminine, please? Divine Feminine. What did I talk about? Fortune's wheel, that karmic wheel. Okay, see, it's a number 10. The number 10 shows that it's completed. She's fulfilled the karma she had to fulfill. So she knows the new cycle is beginning. That's what that light is in front of the page here. That's what the sun is. She's like, it's a fresh new start. Like, fresh new start. And interestingly, it's the 10 right before the 11. So she knows she's already at this part where she's like, okay, the karma's been fulfilled. Like, I've already like paid out my debt here on the scale. She knows. That's why she's just waiting, because she knows that Divine Masculine is right here at number 10. She knows that the wheel is like, and like once it just goes, like she knows. She knows. No. Okay. So they're just telling me, clarify, just for like shits and giggles. Okay, Spirit. So tell me about Fortune's wheel.